Hi students. So today we are going to be discussing about the reservation of seats for the wards of defense personnel in the Kerala NEET counseling. So what we have open in front of us is the Kerala government prospectus of 2021, which is issued by the Office of the Commissioner of Entrance Examination. Now, before I really get into the details, I'm going to cover the major broad procedure as per the Kerala government prospectus. It says the first step is registration. You got to register, fill up the application form. You got to pay the application fee, upload the images and the certificates, and print your acknowledgement. So please keep checking the official website, which is www.cee.kerala.gov.in, and you will have to register yourself before you become eligible for the counseling, that is NEET counseling. Please do not miss the registration. So now moving on to our points. So as I have already said, that first and important point is that you got to register yourself, apply online well in advance. Keep checking the official website, which is www.cee.kerala.gov.in, and you got to apply whether you are writing NEET exam or not. Irrespective of that, you need to apply in the online mode. So it says candidate applying for admission to any of the following courses: engineering, architecture, B Pharma, MBBS, BDS. So that is our focus in this video, MBBS and BDS. You will have to apply online on or before the last date. Now, another important point which is of concern to us is for the medical courses. It says the medical courses include MBBS, BDS, BAMS, BSMS, BHMS, and BUMS. They fall under the Kerala University of Health Sciences. Now we'll talk about the reservation. So I am at paragraph 5.2, which is talking about claim for special reservation. So reservation for the children of ex-servicemen who are the domicile of Kerala, as well as for the serving personnel who are the domicile of Kerala, fall under the category special reservation. Now you would be having a doubt whether the wards of the serving personnel who are not domicile of Kerala, but they are posted in Kerala, are they eligible for this sort of reservation or not? So I am going to cover this aspect in the later part of the video. Please stay tuned and keep watching. So we come to subpara 5.2.1, and under that we first talk about the reservation, special reservation or ex-serviceman quota, which is the abbreviation used for this quota is XS. So it says applicants to this category should invariably upload to the online application a certificate in annexure 13A1. I'm going to show that annexure at the end of the video, so you keep watching now. Which is obtained not earlier than 6 months from the last date of application from the Zilla Sainik Welfare Officer concerned, to the effect that he/she is the son, daughter of ex-serviceman or an ex-serviceman himself or herself. So you will have to get your certificate, which is to be as per annexure 13A1, and this should not be a very old certificate. It should be not issued later than 6 months from the last date of application. So it is important, please bear that in mind. Now the certificate should clearly show, what is important is it has to clearly mention that the benefit of reservation has not been granted earlier to any member in the family. Please remember, this benefit of special reservation is only for one member of the family. If your sibling has already availed this benefit, then you are not entitled to avail it. In the absence of the certificate, the claim will not be considered. So this is very important. It has to be within 6 months from the last date of the online application form, as well as it should clearly specify that none of your sibling has already availed this special reservation. Now we will talk about dependent of defense personnel who are either killed, missing, or disabled in action. The abbreviation used for this category is DK. Now let's read on and then I'll explain you side by side. So this benefit will be available to one person only from the family concerned. Again, only one member of the family can get it in respect of each defense person killed in action, missing in action, disabled either during war hostilities or in peacetime. Now, you are entitled to this reservation whether your father or mother was killed in action or missing in action or disabled in action, both during the hostile times or during the peace times. But the circumstances of the peacetime have to be identical to activities during operational engagements. Now, they should invariably upload a certificate annexure 13A2. So I am going to be displaying the annexure on the screen for you to procure it well in advance. To the online application obtained not earlier than 6 months. So again, it has to be latest, not older than 6 months. And how do we calculate 6 months? From the last date of the application. And who's the issuing authority? Zilla Sainik Welfare Officer. And he again has to write that she is the son, daughter, widow of the defense person. This has to be mentioned, who was killed in action or missing in action or disabled in action. So this has to be mentioned again. In the case of disabled personnel, the certificate should specify that the concerned person was or is in receipt of disability pension. Again, it has to be mentioned in your certificate that your dad or your mother, they are in receipt of disability pension. The certificate should clearly show that the benefit of reservation has not been granted earlier to any member in the family. I have already talked about it, so this is a very important point. In the absence of the certificate, the claim will not be considered. Now, what will happen? If no suitable candidate under this category is available for the concession, as per the existing orders or rules, the seats reserved in this category will be given to the son, daughter, widow of the defense personnel who died in harness, for which the abbreviation used is HR. If they are otherwise eligible as per clause 6. I'll discuss clause 6 in the subsequent part of the video, so please keep watching. Now, what certificate, the HR category wards, what certificate they have to upload? They should upload a certificate in annexure 13A3. I'm again going to be displaying this to the online application obtained not earlier than 6 months. Again, it has to be within the 6 months from the last date of the closure of the application, and it has to be obtained either from the military authorities or from Zilla Sainik Welfare Officer, to the effect that the defense personnel has died while in service. And again, it should be mentioned there that the defense personnel has died while he or she was in service. The certificate should clearly show that the benefit of reservation has not been granted earlier to any family member. So again, the clause that it is provided, this reservation is provided only to the one member of the family. If there are still no suitable candidates under this category, if there are no candidates under the HR category also, then the seats reserved for the children of widows or wards of defense personnel who are killed in action, missing in action, or disabled in action will be given to children of serving defense personnel or in their absence to ex-servicemen or children of ex-servicemen. So good thing is that seats are not getting wasted. They are either going back to the serving defense personnel or to the ex-servicemen children. Now again, they've highlighted this, that only one candidate from a family will be eligible for special reservation quota under clauses 5.2.1 and 5.2.2, which I just read out and explained to you. Now look at the SD, that is serving defense personnel quota. What does it say? It says seats are reserved for sons, daughters of serving defense personnel from Kerala. Please mark this. It is only for the wards of defense personnel who are from Kerala for admission to engineering, medical, agricultural, and veterinary courses. Candidates seeking reservation under this category should upload a certificate in Annexure 13B1. I'm again going to be screening that certificate to you all, to the online application obtained not earlier than 6 months from the last date of application from the officer commanding. Now here there is a caveat, please see this, that for the serving defense personnel, you don't have to go to Zilla Sainik Board. You will have to take this certificate from the officer commanding of the unit. And what should it effect? It should say that the candidate is the son or daughter of serving defense personnel, and it should also have the details of the station where the serving defense personnel is posted at the moment. And certificate obtained for other purposes will not be considered. So you will have to seek this certificate especially for this. Now let me also cover up CAPF wards. Their category is called RP. So seats again are reserved for the daughters and sons of personnel serving in Central Armed Police Force and dependents of Armed Police Force personnel who are killed, missed, or disabled in action. The Central Armed Police Force, now what does it include? It includes our Assam Rifles, BSF, CRPF, CISF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, ITBP, NSG, National Security Guard, Sahastra Seema Bal, SSB. Now, those candidates who are seeking admission under this category, they should upload a certificate which is being shown in Annexure 13B2. I will again screen that certificate for you all to see, to the online application obtained from the officer commanding. So who has to issue this certificate? It has to be issued by the officer commanding under whom they are serving or under whom they were serving, basically their battalion office. The certificate should have been obtained not earlier than 6 months. So it has to be as latest as 6 months from the last date of online application. And the purpose of issue of this certificate should be clearly shown. And the certificate issued for other purpose will not be accepted in any case. Now, children, you would be wondering what would happen to the wards of those defense personnel who do not belong to Kerala, who are not domicile of Kerala, but are posted in the state of Kerala. So Kerala government has made provisions for such candidates also. Let's move ahead with the video. Now here, look at the clause 6, which is criteria of eligibility for admission. So candidates who are seeking admission to professional colleges are basically categorized into 3 categories. One is Keralite, second is non-Keralite, which is called NK1, and third is non-Keralite category 2, which is called NK2. So let's look at what is the definition of Keralite. It says a candidate of Kerala origin will be categorized as a Keralite. So that was our ex-servicemen quota, and that was our quota for the serving defense personnel who are of Kerala origin. Now, our area of interest here is non-Keralite category 1, which is called NK1, because our children of defense personnel who are serving and do not belong to Kerala but are posted in Kerala fall under this category. So let's look at it. So it says a candidate who is not of Kerala origin but fulfills any one of the following conditions will be categorized as non-Keralite category 1, NK1. And under this subclause A, let's look at it. A candidate who has undergone qualifying course in Kerala and who is son or daughter of non-Keralite parent belong to Government of India or Defence Service posted to Kerala. So there are 2 conditions here. One is that you should have done your qualifying course, which is your 11th and 12th from the state of Kerala. And second is that your father or mother, whose reservation you are taking should be posted to Kerala. So if you fulfill these two conditions and you do not have the domicile of Kerala, still you are eligible to take admission in the Kerala medical colleges. Now, again, there is some important information which you should listen to very carefully. Here, it says non-Keralite category 1, that is NK1 candidates will be considered against state merit seats for engineering, architecture, B Pharma, medical and medical allied courses. But they will not be eligible for communal, special, persons with disabilities reservation or any fee concession. So you can seek admission in the medical colleges of the state of Kerala, but you cannot take advantage of the special reservation which is for the defense forces. You will have to compete in the state merit list as per your social category, that is general, SC, ST, if you fall under that, with proper documents. Now, again, here I want to bring out, should you only be depending on this video for your admission in NEET or various medical colleges? The answer is no. This video just covers the broader guidelines, that too only focused on the certificates and the broader process that the wards of defense personnel need to cover up for their NEET counseling and to see their eligibility. You are required to go through each and every line of the bulletin of information before you take any decision about your admission. Why I bring out this point is that you have to take your own responsibility. These guidelines, these videos are only to give you the broader outlines of the procedure. And if you want to take telephonic services regarding CW and Kendriya Sainik Board seats, I will mention my WhatsApp number in the description box. You can reach out to our office and they will further guide you how you can take or avail these telephonic consulting services. Now, in the next part of the video, I am going to be talking about the seat matrix for different government medical colleges. Before I show you the seat matrix, I would like you to know what are the various government medical colleges in the state of Kerala. So here on the screen, the name of the college is there, the code of the college, under what university it falls, and the total number of seats. They've also given the helpline number for you to call them up and clarify your doubts directly from there. And here we have, under clause 4, we have government dental colleges in the state of Kerala. Along with that, total number of seats and phone number is also displayed. Now, after having seen the number of government colleges for MBBS and BDS, let's take a look at the seat matrix. So here, annexure 3.2, which is medical courses and seats under All India quota, nominees, special reservation category. So we are focusing at special reservation. So here, ex-servicemen quota, the first row. These are different names of the government medical colleges, and you have one seat, and total number of seats in MBBS for ex-servicemen quota are 6, and total BDS seats for various government dental college is 1. So the grand total comes to total 7 seats, 6 MBBS seats and 1 BDS seat. Now, the second special category is DK, Defense Personnel Killed in Action. So we have total of 5 MBBS seats under this category. We have a total of 1 BDS seat. So grand total is 6. Now looking at serving defense quota SD category, we have 2 seats are MBBS seats and we have 1 BDS seat. So total of 3 seats under SD category. Now let me show you various certificates that you need to upload during filling the application process. So here we go, annexure 13A1. You can take a screenshot. I'm not going to read it word after word. Then you have annexure 13A2, which is for claiming special reservation under quota for dependent of defense personnel killed, missing or disabled in action. And here we have an extra 3A3, certificate for claiming special reservation under quota for died in harness, HR category. And here we have an extra 13B1, which is for special reservation under quota for children of serving defense personnel. And now we have an extra 13B2, which is a special reservation under quota for children of paramilitary force personnel. So I hope this video is of help to you. Please keep sharing and liking the video for the benefit of other students also. And I really hope that you've done your NEET exam very well. All the best. Stay tuned. We'll get you more such videos.